Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. They seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
It's the crazy thing about that video, right? Is
this is a problem, Jay Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. We got a little bit of straightening going on.
Yo, let's get one thing straight. This ain't no petty rap beef. This right here is a straight-up war that's been brewing in the shadows for a long time. Mase just lit the fuse and dropped a bombshell. He exposed a private phone call between Jay Prince and Takeoff. Nobody saw that twist coming. And now Prince is spiraling. Full meltdown mode, threats, scrambling for control, the whole 9 yards. But it doesn't end there, because Mase refused to fold. He clapped back hard, and the way he called Prince out had people shook. He said the things everybody's been whispering for months but never dared to say out loud. And it's all blowing up while folks are still demanding answers about what really went down with Takeoff. That night in Houston still don't sit right. Missing footage, silenced voices, and the same two names that won't disappear, Jay Prince Jr. and DJ Pat. And now this private call? It changes the game completely. Here's the kicker, though. If what Mase is saying holds weight, then this ain't just about bad optics. Prince might be hiding something way darker. And before this video wraps, I'm showing you all the receipts, tweets from witnesses, leaked clips, podcast threats, even shady bail cover-ups. People all over social media are calling Jay Prince out as a fake community leader, a cartel-style fixer, and even accusing him of having blood on his hands. So buckle up, because this ain't your average YouTube gossip recap. This one ties back to Takeoff's final moments, the mob ties whispers, and why Prince is panicking now that the wrong voice is speaking up. So here's how it went down. Mase had been keeping cool for a minute, letting the smoke settle. But once Jay Prince started throwing little subliminals on the $1 million worth of game podcasts, the gloves came off. For months, both Mase and Cameron had stayed silent about what really happened in Houston. But according to Mase, Prince finally crossed the line.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talk it. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like.
He says he heard a call where Prince was allegedly pressing Takeoff just hours before his death. And the way Prince was talking, it wasn't Big Brother advice. It was pressure, loyalty checks, and not in a friendly way at all. This wasn't no simple disagreement. Mase straight up said, Prince been moving shady, pulling strings behind the curtain, and once Takeoff stopped playing his game, everything flipped. And it's a timing that's got folks spooked. That alleged phone call? Supposedly the very same night Takeoff lost his life outside that Houston bowling alley. We're talking a dice game, words exchanged, tempers flaring, shots fired, and just like that, Takeoff gone at only 28 years old. The streets still can't process it. And the moment Mase broke his silence, Jay Prince snapped. He jumped online, throwing out subliminal threats like he always does, trying to flex control of the story. But he didn't stop there. Prince even doubled down on his old comments, shading Offset in the process. He basically told him, you wasn't there for Takeoff when he was alive, so don't act like you're here now. That cut deep, and it showed just how rattled Prince is that Mase said out loud what everybody else has been scared to say. That's exactly what lit the spark for the whole Offset versus Prince drama, with Cardi B herself stepping in to defend her man. But now with Mase airing out this so-called private call, Prince is scrambling again, back in full-on damage control mode. Only problem? It's already too late. The street's been watching, and the silence is wearing thin. One fan on X summed it up best. Nobody respects Jay Prince after... Takeoff died under his watch. And that's when people really started side-eyeing the whole mob ties movement. Because right after Takeoff's murder, it didn't take long before Patrick Xavier Clark, a.k.a. DJ Pat, was arrested. But here's the part that don't sit right with anyone. Dude posted a $1 million bond and walked out of jail like nothing even happened. Just smooth, Real quick, like somebody with serious pull didn't want him behind bars too long. And the internet hasn't forgotten the whispers. Claims that Jay Prince literally stepped past Takeoff's body that night and said, "Don't ask me nothing about that." Even wilder, Jay Prince Jr. actually requested his name be removed from DJ Pat's bond paperwork. If that ain't a red flag, I don't know what is. They were all together that night, so why erase your name unless you're trying to clean your hands now that the spotlight's burning hot? And it's not just DJ Pat. Remember Cameron Joshua, a.k.a. Lil Cam Fifth, got scooped on weapons charges right after Takeoff's murder? His mob ties affiliated too. Somehow, dudes tied to Jay Prince Jr. keep ending up in the middle of body bags. Yet mob ties still plays victim. The streets ain't buying that no more. And let's not forget the warning signs. Before Takeoff, we already had Duke the Jeweler. Dude flew into Houston, checked in with mob ties, hit a dice game, and never made it out alive. Same playbook, same silence, and once again Jay Prince's name hovering in the shadows. You'll remember that clip of Jay Prince waving off his shotgun, man? That wasn't normal. That looked organized. Like clockwork, invite rich artists to Houston, force a check-in, throw in a dice game, let tensions rise, security looking lost, and somebody doesn't make it home. Then Jay Prince drops another deep post about black-on-black crime, grief, and love, trying to spin it as wisdom. Man, miss us with the PR talk. Where was that energy when blood stained the pavement? And to this day, not one of the princes pulled up to Takeoff's funeral. You telling me that ain't suspicious? Maybe the reason they stayed away is because the guilt's on their hands, and deep down, they know it. Meanwhile, Jay Prince Jr. out here tweeting corny warnings like, "Don't wear jewelry around vultures." But if you knew the night was dangerous, why even bring Quavo and Takeoff into that environment? If your so-called check-in system can't even keep people safe, then what's it really for? Reports even claim Quavo and Jay Prince Jr. were arguing right before the shots went off. And now new clips got Prince brushing it all off like his crew's name ain't stamped all over that tragedy. So when Jay Prince took slick shots on $1 million worth of game, that's when Mase went nuclear. He didn't just clap back, he torched Prince's whole image. Live and unfiltered. Mase told him straight, "We're not your little." And the way he said it, that wasn't a tweet, that wasn't shade, that was a gut punch. It hit like a voice for everybody who's ever felt controlled by the so-called check-and hustle Prince been running for decades. And what really shook people was Cameron's reaction. He didn't interrupt. He didn't disagree. He just let Mase go off, and that silence spoke volumes. Fans now believe Mase's been holding that leaked call in the chamber for months, just waiting for Prince to slip. And when he did, Mase pressed the trigger. Meanwhile, Offset had mostly stayed quiet, letting the dust settle. But when Jay Prince tried dragging his name into the mix, painting him like he was never there for Takeoff, Offset finally snapped. And right behind him, Cardi B stormed in, making it crystal clear they weren't scared of mob ties. And if you know Cardi, you know she don't bluff. That was a breaking point, the moment everyone realized this wasn't music politics anymore. This was a direct clash, with one of hip-hop's most powerful couples checking Jay Prince in real time. Suddenly, his street cred wasn't untouchable, it was crumbling under a microscope. And here's the part most people miss if they're not paying attention. Big names are being quietly backing away from Prince. First, look at Drake. That man used to be all over mob ties mentions, shouting them out every chance he got. But lately, silence. No reposts, no shout-outs, nothing. And this is coming from the same jazz Prince who literally put Drake on through Wayne and Young Money. If Drake is ghosting the family that helped launch him, you already know something behind the scenes ain't adding up. Since Takeoff's death, the silence around Jay Prince has gotten louder. Jay-Z? Same thing. Word on the block is Harv ain't picked up a mob ties peace call since 2023. And you'll know how Jay moves. He don't start messy beefs. He just cuts contact. Why? Because billion-dollar brands don't gamble with federal heat, especially not with whispers tying them to Takeoff's case. And now with Mase pulling back the curtain, the old strategy of keeping quiet don't work anymore. The only reason mob ties ever held power was because of that old-school check-in system. Pull up to Houston, tap in with Jay Prince Jr., and supposedly you're protected. But now that whole system is in shambles. Duke the Jeweler checked in, gone. Takeoff checked in. Gone. And fans are tweeting. This is why nobody checks in anymore. The dudes asking for respect can't even protect their guests. Even Cali rappers are calling it what it is. A trap, just a flex for local gatekeepers who want to look like bosses. And once Mase said out loud what everybody whispered, that Prince is just a failed street hustler cosplaying as a mob boss, the internet couldn't unsee it. Now here's the real sketchy part. What happened to the witnesses? That night outside 810 Billiards and Bowling, there were at least 40 people around. We've seen the footage, heard the chaos. So why have a more step forward? Word is, some got threatened. Folks online accusing mob ties of paying people off, scrubbing videos, and making sure DJ Pat took the rap solo. And one of the wildest theories, that Quavo was the one arguing with J. Prince Jr. Takeoff wasn't even in it, but still got hit. Accident? Or a warning shot gone wrong. And it gets deeper. Sources close to Mase and Cam's circle claim that call between Prince and Takeoff might have been recorded. Whether by accident or someone on the line, the audio could exist. And supposedly, Cam and Mase been sitting on it, waiting for Prince to play himself. If that tape leaks, it's over. It would expose exactly what Prince said to Takeoff, if he threatened him, if he tried to force loyalty. And this ain't just anybody. This is Mase. The same man who walked away from Diddy, battled the industry, and came back swinging. If that recording drops, it's a real mob ties indictment. And trust me, the feds are already tuned in. This ain't just rap blogs anymore. Every time Prince or his sons hop on camera talking slick, someone in a suit is watching. And with Mase speaking up, they're listening closer. RICO laws don't care about your rap legend status. They care about alleged witness tampering, threats, and organized crime patterns. And when Offset, Cameron, Mase, and an entire fan base are pointing at you saying blood's on your hands, no label can shield you. Not the city, not your check-in system. Once your name hits paperwork, it's game over. But through all this noise, we got to remember, it's about Takeoff, the quiet genius of the Migos. No drama, no clout chasing, just music, family, and vibes. And the fact that his life got cut short over a dice game surrounded by people who claimed they loved him, that's a tragedy. J. Prince posted condolences about grief being the price of love, but nobody wants to hear poetry when you let blood spill under your watch and walked away cold. The streets don't want cryptic IG posts or slick podcast lines. They want truth. What Mase did wasn't just clapping back. It was tearing down the wall of fear. He cracked the armor around J. Prince's name and showed others they don't have to stay quiet. Now, the story's too big to bury. From leaked calls to witness silence, from artists distancing to the Fed circling, this is only getting started. Prince snapped. Mase clapped back. And now the whole world's watching.